Aloha everyone, Winner here, and I am back with another fun episode of World Arena Replays. Although Season 6 playoffs is starting this weekend, many of us are already preparing for Season 7. With the Empire faction making a comeback next season, one of our favorite do-nothing but still help win games hero may be joining a few players' boxes. Yes, we are talking about our tactical genius, Emmerich. I have two games that shows how it can be pretty crazy just by standing around. I also want to highlight these games because my opponents are using some of my favorite heroes. Let's take a look. So in this first game, my opponent is using Albedo, using Renata, and using Betty. Surprise, surprise! And on my side, I have Hilda, Renata, Light of Genesis, and Rosenseal. So as we are slowly crawling toward each other, buffing up, tension is definitely very high. And really what I'm doing now is looking for an opening to see how I can engage. Because I have to keep in mind that with Renata around on their side, she can snipe if I don't engage correctly. But unfortunately, my opponent was a little too impatient and came in with Licorice first. And unfortunately for Licorice, gave me the perfect opportunity to assassinate her with Renata. Not too bad, 60k. That must have hurt. Then her coming in with Betty, hoping to do some crazy damage. Not quite. I was able to immediately recover with Rosenseal. And unfortunately, my opponent with 1126 defense and 1800 attack failed to kill my Renata. Attack blessing on his Renata, trying to come in for a kill, but unfortunately didn't quite go the way she wanted. But because of Emmerich sitting right 2 spaces away from their tank, she wasn't able to guard, and basically allows my Light of Genesis to pretty much one-shot anything she wants. And once my opponent realized that and is not able to do anything, game is over. So a little tricky, not sure if my opponent was aware what Emmerich was capable of, but there was 0 win condition for this match, unfortunately, for the opponent. And moving on to the second game, is a much smaller map, and it was quite interesting because the first pick my opponent did was Rosenseal, so I went with Light of Genesis and Renata, and my opponent did the same, picked same characters. I said, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then, you know, we both ended up picking Hilda and me and Rosenseal, but no, he did pick Ares, which can be buffed by Hilda, but instead of doing that, I decided to use Emmerich. So both sides are setting up, being very cautious of positioning, thinking about when to kind of go in for the first attack. Oh, the thorns did some nice damage to Ares, almost dead. Of course, my Hilda almost died as well, but it was okay because I act next. Wasn't kind of brings everybody back up to a decent amount of health. Opponent ages forward, and I'm refraining from attacking anyone near Renata. Get rid of Ares. His attempt to do some damage, but not quite. If you notice, her intel was about 1300, so I'm gonna assume she's probably a 4-star, maybe 5 stars max. So not a 6-star for sure. But what was really strange was them inching forward like that. So it gave me a perfect opportunity to teleport Emmerich, lock down their tank, and snipe. Now my opponent immediately realizes that and tries to counter it by teleporting, you know, their tank away 2 blocks away from Emmerich, and then try to do some damage. But with angels, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I just move forward into position, they move away. So we're kind of playing cat and mouse there. Which is fine. They can't kill me. And they did have that wind wall, so she survived. But I'm full HP while they're in a really bad position. But teleports back up, so again, move them into the right place. Lock down the tank. Finishes off their Light of Genesis, and the game is over. So technically, in both games, Emmerich hasn't used any skills, hasn't attacked anyone, but basically sit around, look awesome, and let the rest of the team do their thing. So it's nice when you know, a specific hero has a talent that can be over OP in certain situations. But anyways, we'll see how it works out in actual season 7, especially when Emmerich, when Oman Burn is gonna be very big and everyone's gonna have them in their box, and with 2 faction buffers, and possibly a third with SP Automiller. It will be very interesting to see how many players actually use Emmerich in their box. I might end up using in mine. I don't know. But I know I'm having Oman Burn in my box 100% though. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this very short, you know, World Arena replay. Definitely looking forward to showing off a couple Apex games these past week, as well as you know, the playoffs. So please look forward to that. Yeah, after this weekend. Good luck with your matches and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care and aloha.